Alright, this video file runs by a timestamp, okay? That is an internal function of the camera. So this video file will reflect that this video is being taken on July 13th, 2014. This is my tent. It is showing that it's locked up, okay? I'm now going to bring the flap towards the front of it. So now you can see what it looks like at night when I'm in it. When I'm in it at night sleeping. I just fucking broke this part. Hang on, I'm gonna set this video. Okay, now, they just had me assaulted here 3 days ago, on the 9th. Today's the 14th, so it's actually 4 days ago. And what he did was he did a bunch of shit. I got on video. I haven't been to any library yet to upload the video yet. But basically what he did, they played out a huge scenario, street theater here, and then they brought a man up in here to attack me, and he tore down all these. What I did was you see these ties here? Okay? These are expensive ties. They're those zip ties. And what I did was I tied up a bunch of branches to create a fence. Okay? All up in here. This is one huge fence that you cannot break down unless you forcibly use extreme force to do it, because everything is tied up with these ties. Okay? To all the branches. It's literally a fence. Okay? Well, he came up in here and assaulted me with one of these huge long sticks. All of it was caught on video and audio. The police did not do a fucking thing about it. In fact, I just got outside of this tent in order to hide my sleeping bags and my pajamas, which I do every day, so they don't get stolen. And as I literally just got outside of the tent, right, and then locked the tent up after I hid the sleeping bags, and then started this video. And guess who walked by on that sidewalk to walk by so I'd see him as soon as I got outside of the tent? The filthy bitch that they got to assault me right across the street on January 30th, 2014. And they're representing him along my path in order to stimulate the episodic memory of that assault. They intentionally do it. And so anyways, I'm talking about gang stalking, organized stalking bullshit. So we're gonna see if I come down here today and this is damaged and broken down, because I had to re-put this back up because the asshole that assaulted me 4 days ago. See, what I had up here 4 days ago wasn't nowhere near as secure as this is. If I come back down here today or any other day and this is torn down, they did it in order to preoccupy my time to make me rebuild it. Okay, now this is another security parameter that I put up at this area, which is a huge, big, gigantic fence. Okay, and this was up when he came down here to assault me, and if this hadn't been up, he would have came up and he tried to steal my video camera. Okay, there were two of them. Both of them gaslighted me with gang stalking physical gestures that can be Googled. So I got the entire thing on video. I'm going to upload the video today. Okay, and once the physical assault started, the video camera shut itself off because I needed my hands to defend myself, and so the camera accidentally shut itself off because it's got a very sensitive record button on it. But the audio file showed everything. Okay, the initiation of the assault and everything that happened, even after the video camera shut itself off. But it shows the guy approaching me right here saying, "Give me your camera." I said no. I walked over there, and then he tried to get to me through this area here, and he was taking these long, big, gigantic branches and stabbing me with them, trying to get through. And so I attacked him with a stick. And I told the San Diego police when they came where these bitches walked back to, and they would not go over there at all. I told him about the January 30th asshole that assaulted me and where he's staying at. They didn't go over there. And I also told him about the other homeless people that they used to harass me on a daily basis from this area, where those July 9th assholes went back to. They moved out of here and moved 300 feet away from me on the other side. Now think about this. Before I moved to this area in La Jolla in November 2012, I was living over off of Friars and Frazee Road. Homeless people are all over the videos that I made in that calendar year as being people that were harassing me along my routes. They're using homeless people because they're easily bought off and they can easily be excused concerning why they can't be found because they're homeless. How convenient. Yeah, baby. Hold on. They're easily bought off with charity services that this organized crime syndicate is connected to in the system. Social services, charities from churches and shit like that. They don't have nothing because they're homeless. So they pay off these assholes with that shit. Things that taxpayers' dollars, contribute to for charities. And they pay these homeless, filthy bums, and I have nothing against homeless people at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying these little skanks are being recruited for these kinds of campaigns, and I'm not going to be their only target. Okay, they're going to use them also for other people as well. But the San Diego police would not go down into the area that I pointed them to on July 9th, where these two assholes went back to, and they've been heard since. They would not go to the area where the assholes that harass me on a daily basis, that used to hike out 150 feet away, where those two July 9th assailants went back to. They moved out and moved 300 feet away. They're still there, okay? And they wouldn't go over there and try and dig them out. And then the January 30th, 2014 assailant they used just walked by on the sidewalk, stared right at me. Now, let's see if they ever try and claim that Miss Williams is living in a canyon. She's living amongst a bunch of men who are homeless, which is putting her safety in danger. Yeah, how convenient. Yeah. Think about this. I was making videos in 2012 when I was living off of Friars and Frazee Road, which is at least 20 miles from this area. I was making videos about how I was being gang stalked and harassed and threatened by homeless people in that area. I was also making videos stating that business community members and other people were saying gang stalk around me everywhere I go, and the fact that even certain MTS bus drivers were pulling up their smaller MTS buses at the entrance and exit of that hiking area when I was hiking over in that area, getting out of their buses, pretending like they were having cell phone conversations on their phone on the sidewalk 15 feet away from the entrance of my tent, and saying gang stalk. And I made videos about that in 2012. I now then move out here in La Jolla in November 2012 and have caught it being said around me on numerous occasions everywhere I go, including catching people saying it on the sidewalk. Now, those videos were already published in 2012. The evidence that's been caught since November of 2012 when I moved here shows it happening in the same exact identical way that it was happening when I was living over in that area in 2012. So basically what they literally did was use the same type of people that they used when I was living off of Friars and Frazee Road. They used homeless people over there, they're using them over here in La Jolla. They use the business community over there, they're using them here now in La Jolla. And what they did in reference to the verbal harassment is the same exact identical verbal harassment, and all of it's been caught on digital audio files and video files. The same exact identical to a T verbal harassment, getting around me and intentionally repeating gang stalk. Yeah, in certain ways, identically, okay? Now think about that, that's no accident. And I got the audio files to prove it and the video files to prove it. So let's see if this is the area where I got assaulted at on July 9, 2014. We're going to see if any San Diego Police Department ever files any incident report or police report trying to claim that Miss Williams is putting herself in danger by living in a canyon where it's known to where there's a lot of homeless men in the area who have even already assaulted her, and yet she won't move out and try to get her own apartment. Go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and how they create homelessness of targets, throw them out on the street, keep them homeless intentionally, and then they use homeless people to assault the target and then try to make these kinds of claims on their falsified police reports. The whole goal at the end of the day, the reason why the homelessness is created to begin with, is to put them in more open environments so these crimes can happen to the target, so the police can be called. They bait the police to be called, because anybody can call the police once they're assaulted. It was a staged assault, just like the other three were, okay? And it's done to bait the target to call the police so the police can come out and say, what's going on? They act like they don't know what gang stalking is or nothing. You tell them, and they falsify a police report. Miss Williams seems delusional. She's claiming people are stalking her. Miss Williams is claiming people are assaulting her intentionally because of gang stalking. Miss Williams is living in a canyon where there's a bunch of homeless men in the area. Who put them here? Because all of them had yelled gang stalking around me and had been caught on audio file and video file. And I was experiencing the same thing at the other hiking area 20 miles away that I lived in between February of 2012 and early November 2012. It's been caught in that whole entire area on multiple audio files and video files. I then moved over to here in La Jolla in November of 2012, and it's been caught on hundreds of audio files and video files since I moved here in La Jolla, happening in the same exact identical way that it was happening when I was living over off of Friars and Frazee Road. And they're using the same type of people, homeless people here as well. So these little criminal bitches in the San Diego Police Department think that they got it made in the shade because all they got to do, they think all they got to do is file a falsified police report. Like I'm a fucking fool. Like I don't know the truth of the matter. And let me ask you a question. Anybody, Do you really think that a digital tape recorder and a video file has a mental illness? How can a piece of electronics have a mental illness? Go to YouTube and Google and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Flat Out Evidence of Gang Stalking," "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at UCSD," "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at SDSU," "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at Arby's again," "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at Arby's," "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalker Admitting Sent to Harass," "Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on MTS Bus." Just go to Google and YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Flat Out Evidence of Gang Stalking," and what you're listening for in the background, okay, on these audio files and video files, is individuals repeating gang stalking and "oh my god" around me in multiple different locations using the same exact identical verbal harassment. Now, when you conclude that, then go back and search for 2012 videos of the harassment I was enduring over at Burger King out for Friars at Friars Mission Center, and the Rouse over there, and the CBS over there, yeah, and the Bagels, Einstein Bagels, yeah, and the Green Line trolleys and shit like that in SDSU. You'll see the same exact verbal harassment happening around me there, and you also see videos of me taking video pictures of homeless people they were using. Alright, I gotta get, if anything happens to me at this area or any of my property, if I come back to this area and a trespass notice is put on this tent, or if any of my property is missing, damaged, or stolen, including the property that's hidden out of sight close by, it will be gang stalking related. Okay, this was a staged assault. Both of the individuals they brought down here on July 9th, 2014 gaslighted me with organized stalking, gang stalking, physical gestures, and they were both caught on video file doing it. I'll upload the video for that today, but I might not be able to make any detailed statements about what you're viewing because my schedule, I gotta upload multiple videos today, and I got 3 other places to go today besides the place I'm going to upload the videos, so the videos might not even be titled today. Alright, but I'm going to keep this video on this video file in order to be able to prove. Now, listen to this in closing. The assault that took place towards me here on July 9th, 2014 was predicted in a video file on July 6th, 2014 that I made at this location. I uploaded that video the day it was made, and I kept the video file on the video camera card, which shows the timestamp. So think about this. I made a video on July 6th at the place I'm literally standing at right now, stating, let's see if I get assaulted here or along any of my routes, and then 2.5 days later, I'm brutally assaulted here and got a video picture of it. What is the likelihood of that occurring? And I did state you can go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on MTS Bus." Look in the description of that YouTube video. You'll literally see a blog in there that you can click on. And once you open it up, you'll see an attached PDF link that is in one of the blogs. It's titled Assault 11. Click on it. And then guess what comes up? A printed and scanned email that literally showed I predicted that assault 11 days before it occurred. Then go to YouTube and Google and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes How MTS Assault Videos Altered." San Diego Police were notified about that, so was the DA's office. Neither one of them did anything, and the San Diego Police report pertaining to that assault is filled with lies, and facts are omitted. Every single assault that I've endured, 4 of them now, here in San Diego, all 4 have been predicted. 2 in emails, 1 in a video file, and all of them in audio files. That's right, before they occurred. Alright, I gotta go. This hiking area has got a code number and code name attached to it. The code name is GILL ×2. I'm a woman, not a man, HA location. Let's see if anybody causes any kind of event. I don't care how it comes about, who plays a role in it, how innocent they act. It will be gang stalking related. And they'll use anybody, children, teenagers, neighbors. You can go to YouTube right now and type in "gang stalking bullying on steroids" to see a gang stalking victim being covered on the news. And guess who he's exposing that is taking part in the gang stalking him? His neighbors. Because the filthy whores that are in the system that are hosting these expeditions, they got power positions in the community. And what they do is tell lies about the target to motivate community members to do things for them because the community members don't know they're being lied to. That's right. They literally lie to community members and tell community members that we're criminals and need to be driven out of town. And what they're literally trying to do is drive us and wear us down by causing us to move from place to place to place to place. Because that wears you out mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, and physiologically. They're trying to break you down just like you break a horse. Okay? Between the mental duress, the physical duress, the financial duress, the constantly being periodically assaulted, it's all designed and done to break you down. Mentally and in every other way I've already described. Right? I had to go, I had to start my day. Today's date is July 13th. And I've already described where this area is at. And that code name accurately describes the geographical location of where I am at. Alright? If anything happens here, stolen property, assaults, thefts, or damage to my property, or a trespass notice, I don't give a shit how it's brought about or who plays a role in it or how cleverly they design it to make it appear that it's something else. Understand, it will be nothing but literally gang stalking related. Make no mistake about it. You would not believe the evidence I got. You just would not believe the amount of it, and the integrity of it is literally in your face, undeniable. All right, I gotta go. I do appreciate you listening, and have a nice day. See you later.